What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. We've got day 8 of the Dawntrail MSQ. We're deep into the MSQ. Trying to wind it up. Going to be another couple of days, and we should be done with the MSQ. We did hit the Vanguard dungeon in this video. Or shall I say, in this live stream, because this video is cut from the live stream. We're live streaming Final Fantasy every night, at least 3 to 5 hours, getting accomplishments done. There's going to be years and years of content to come. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Comments are always encouraged and welcome. Come join in the live streams, hang out, chat, laugh, have some fun, maybe join in some groups, and let's have some mayhem. Cause a little bit of havoc and have some fun. We've got Vanguard in this one. That dungeon was pretty much a nightmare. So much nightmare, I actually pulled it out and made a video all on its own. It was that impressive. DPS took off right out the bat. I was the tank. Not really quite sure what was going on. I was setting up for the dungeon run. Clicking my buttons, making sure stuff was going on, and by the time I looked up, DPS was gone. Tank and healer still standing there going, yeah. So by the time we got to the first set of mobs, the DPS was already dead, resetting themselves, and me and the healer just kind of went on and did our thing. Neither of us had been through Vanguard yet, so it was our first time running through. We wanted to see what was going on, trying to learn the dungeon. Yeah. The DPS wanted to speedrun. Is what it is. So let's get into this one. I thank you for clicking on the video. It's a very interesting run. I'll see you in the next one.
Nope, no voiceover. I have no obligations or objections to the plan itself. I have one concern. How can we be certain Zeralja will not strike Tyrolia in retaliation? I considered the possibility, but when my brother told me to come and prove myself, he meant it. He wants to show that his kingdom is superior to Tyrolia, and it'll give him no satisfaction to attack when he knows I'm not there. No, he'll be waiting inside the dome, waiting for us to challenge him so he can crush us and prove his strength. Indeed, if anything, we're more likely to put Tyrolia in danger by not taking the fight to him. So we indulge Zeralja, at least until Tyrolia has shored up its defenses. Right. We'll charge in from the front and keep his eyes on us. During which time, Kona will find a way to fortify Tyrolia. If you believe this is the best course, then we shall trust you in your judgment. I expect there will be no small amount of enemy resistance, but we will do all in our power to assist you. Thank you. Well, time is of the essence. Let's go and see what's left to be done before the train. Look like work is getting underway. We'll finish in no time at all. So what can we do to help? No need to hold back. As I understand it, the two of you met a fair share of craftsmen during the Rite of Succession. Would you happen to know a few who'd be willing to come and help us complete modifications to the train? Of course. What sort of craftsmen do you have in mind? Let's see now. Perhaps my greatest concern is keeping the train safe from the enemy attacks. even with you all aboard to fend them off, it'd be over in an instant if they managed to just get one good hit on the Xorilian tanks. My God. According to eyewitnesses, the soldiers use lightning-based weapons, so I've a mind to install grounding rods. Would you happen to know a carpenter who could handle that? Wall cave. Evu? A master carpenter of Okami, eh? If they'd be willing, we'd be glad to have them. No objections from me. Just be sure not to forget their traditional greeting. We only need more than just a carpenter if we want to get done in timely fashion. We've got a lot of equipment that needs moving, heavy equipment. I don't suppose you know anyone up to the task. Sumerlo would be perfect. We'd be hard pressed to find folks stronger than the Yokoi. I'm sure he'd be willing to help. You're friends with the Yokoi? I'll be damned. Well, not want for strength with help like that. Next, I'd like to train with something powerful weaponry of its own. Like as not, the soldiers will be riding their flying vessels. We'll need crass countermeasures to deal with them. That's true. I, for one, can't use magic, nor am I handed with a firearm like my brother. Any idea for ranged weapons we can use? Install big ballistas on the train. Ballistas, eh? Well, they'd be powerful. It seems to me that they'd take too long to reload between shots. If there was some sort of ballista that could be reloaded quickly, then that might work. But weapons aren't exactly my field of expertise. Perhaps I can be of assistance. Raha. This really employed etheric cannons for its defenses. And I see no reason why the design cannot be adopted to your own train. While I did not conceive them myself, I know their design. It should be possible to build them here, provided we have the requisite materials and skilled smiths. Now that sounds like something Bonjet can help with. What are the materials we need? Lots of stuff. Barrel can be fashioned from any metal, so as long as it's highly constructed to ether, the power to power the cannon will require a fire aspect crystal of the highest purity. Fire crystals, eh? Might be, as the miners over in the springs can help with that. If they could leave the crystals with the smiths in everyone's hands, I shall get started drawing up the schematics. Right then, I'll secure the smiths. In the meantime, could you deal with the materials? Shan's in charge of our supplies, so it might be good to talk to him first about it. Well, I think we're set for the plan. Thanks for the consultation. Now let's get the train dressed up and get her the proper farewell she's deserved. The plan's coming together. make good speed. Gonna try and enlist some more help among our friends from the Dawntrail. I'll leave the materials in your care. I think I saw Shens over there in the southeast. That should be enough lumber for now. What else do we need? Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. What can I do for you? Etheric cannons. Interesting. I have an idea where we can get the conductive material, so I'll take care of that. I'm not sure about the fire crystal, though. It might be best if you spoke directly with the miner. Can I leave that to you? Yeah. Great. You're friends with that, are you? One of the best miners around. If anyone can get the crystal, it's him. Her. Oh, Corey, what brings you around these parts? We need a big fire crystal. Purest fire crystal, you say? I think I heard tell about them before. What was that about? And that's probably our last Aether. Now I remember. Yeah, you can find them south of town. Actually, ingest fire crystals and keep them in their gut, if you can believe it. If you want purest crystals, though, you have to go after the oldest, toughest banals. Nothing you can't handle, right? I'll show you where you can find some to hunt. Look forward to seeing why Aaronville thinks so highly of you. Quite a lot of fiery wildlife around these parts. It could do to ceruleum, but I'm not one to say for sure. Still, it's not often that you can see the bigger dominant sort. That's what you need. What you'll have to do is hunt down a few of their kind, establish yourself as a threat that's known to draw the leader. That's the spirit. While you're on the hunt, I'll keep watching nearby to make sure no hapless travelers can come stumbling in. Amazing, you dealt with those beasts in no time at all. You need the crystals delivered to Chevrolet? I'll see what I can get. Oop, I heard about your plans to enter the dome. I want to thank you for going such lengths to help stop these invaders. And though he'd grumble if he knew it, I would ask him to please take care of Ellis. Anyways, best be on my way, and you as well, in case you're going to be meeting her. I saw Waklamat heading for the station. Busy told me you're going for the crystal. You got the crystal for him. Good work. Just returned from looking for extra help. We'll see at the moment who answers the call. All will be readiness for when they arrive. Damn it, I'm idle for a moment, and all I can think about is my home. Keep your chin up, Aaronville. We'll be on our way soon, and we'll find your mother. It'll be good to see her after all these years. There's so much I'd like to ask her about her time together with Papa. Oh, she'll talk your ears off. Once my mother starts, she's non-stopper. I wouldn't want it any other way. Right, let's return to helping. We can see what we can get done. What do we got? Thanks for making the trek here. To be honest, I wasn't expecting so many of you. Since the attack on Turulio, I had been wondering if there was aught I could do to help. So when I heard about the upcoming operations for the Vakbora, I leapt at the opportunity to be part. Peace will be restored, and then we can enjoy a nice cup of mezcal. This is our home, and we'll do whatever it takes to keep it safe. While I assist with the efforts here, High Luminary does the same at the capital. I'm truly grateful. With all of us working together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. Let's get to it, my friend. You took off quick. Yes, let's get to it. All right, everybody, that'll do it. You've done your part. Leave it to us. Finish mounting up the armor and cannon. Have yourself a hard-deserved rest. Thank you all again for answering the call. No need to thanks now. Whenever you need help, just gotta holler. Indeed, we must do our part for the nation. Here, we love Terrell and we love you. I love you all too. Your kindness and goodwill will not be in vain. This I promise. Thanks for the help. Wouldn't have been able. Thanks for the help. Wouldn't have been able to get it done as quickly without you. Go rest up. Ooh, achievement. Freebird. There we go. Oh, 97. From here on out, we won't stop working until the train's ready. If you have any preparations, now would be the time to do it.
Right, we're just about done with the modifications, but I have to stress that we cannot afford a test run.
It's fine. We understand and accept the risks. We have faith in you and your craft. I'm sure everything will go to plan. With all the hard work everyone's put in, it couldn't be otherwise.
Finished at last! Behold, the pinnacle of locomotive engineering!
Wood?
The Dawn Blazer!
Amazing!
Yep, she's been fitted with wooden armor and a crystal grounding rod to mitigate the effects of lightning. Naturally, we had to overhaul the engine so it can handle the extra weight.
I also had her outfitted with the ferric cannons, the better to contend with enemy forces. And as they're modelled upon those used at the Crystarium, I can attest to their potency.
So, what do you reckon? Given the tight turnaround, I'd say we did a damn good job. Glad she's to your liking. I hate to let go of such a beautiful piece of machinery, but I know you'll give her a proper send-off for us.
At the risk of spoiling the mood, We should probably get moving.
Yep. You won't get far if you let them pummel you from the air, but you'll be safe enough once you reach the tunnel.
In that case, I will conceal the train with a spell once everyone is on board. It should last long enough for us to reach the tunnel unnoticed.
Right. So everyone, are we ready?
We've done all we can. Rest is up to you.
I won't let you down. All aboard!
Spanish. Really? They could have been a little more creative on that one. Ooh, that thing's cooking.
At this speed, we should arrive at the dome in no time at all.
But not before we're spotted, I expect. Stay alert!
Here we go. Stand fast, everyone.
That did nothing to the
That
door.
was too close.
Nothing to the door.
Still alive, Aaronville?
Mostly.
At last, the enemy stronghold. We should hurry before they can regroup.
Let's go and find out what's inside.
Oh. Really? They're all leaving without. That is hilarious. DPS just took off running, and we're the tank. I mean, it's the tank for a reason. We take the damage. You guys gonna play that game again? DPS starts complaining that they're dying all the time, but yet they're ahead of the tank all of the time. So, yeah. What? Hell? take a level up.
What greeted us was not the home that I had left behind. There was no mistaking we had reached Yasulani, and yet it was wholly unlike my memories. The lands of my childhood had changed beyond imagining. To where had I returned? We tread on, the darkened skies above a mirror to my heart, clouded with fear and uncertainty.
How bizarre. This cannot be Yasulani, can it?
I was prepared for something strange, but this is another world. I don't understand. Oh, wow. Wow. Last zone gave you the last aether you needed before you left it and moved on. Wow. How can you tell who's finished what in zone? They're flying. Doesn't make sense. The tower, was it always there? No, definitely not. Nor the wall over there. The material's not something we use in Tyrol. It's closer to what we saw at the gate, the Golden City, for those mechanical soldiers. Such a massive structure couldn't possibly have been built in such a short time. And I'm inclined to assume we've been transported into another location, or perhaps we speculate. Well, speculations will avail us not. We'll need to learn more before we can draw conclusions. Let's take a look around then. Okay, so we'll hop on the gunbreaker for right now and rip on down to the aetherite. Yeah, that said 97. It looks like a train station, doesn't it? That truss That must be Usolani Station, where the passengers disembarked. And perhaps we'll find someone to talk to there. Let's go investigate. And no, we don't need to play with the fate. That is quite alright. It would be nice if it would pop a map for me. Come on, there we go. Is this place that huge? And then get ourselves back up to a level that is... Wow. Yeah. Well, perhaps... I'm pretty sure this is Ulinsa Station, but from the state of it, I'd swear it had been abandoned years ago. I'm not sure what to make of this. Look around a bit more. Finished poking around? Have you? Let's gather everybody. I want to all take a look at this. This one of the mechanical soldiers long since broken, apparently. But I'd say presence confirms this is indeed Zeralja's domain we are in. What about the rest of you? You learn anything? So all evidence suggests this is Usolani Station. I have no doubt we're in Usolani, but I don't understand why these buildings are so run down. They were completed barely a year ago. For new structures to be deteriorated and almost one appears in a flash. As if it didn't know better, I'd say it flows differently here. Oh, Aether flows differently here. Is such a thing even possible? Oh, yes. We have encountered this phenomenon before, as it so happens. Though it may be difficult to believe, our world is but one of several. In some respects, they are similar to one another, but in others wholly different. We call them reflections. Simply put, the rift between dimensions causes time to flow at a different pace in each world, while hours passes and 1 year may come and be gone in another. But if this is Yextel, then we should still be in the source, and the flow of time should be synchronized. I'm not sure I follow all this talk of reflections and dimensions. But if Aaronville says it's Yexel, then it must be. Your village is a little further along, right? Aaronville. Wake up. Huh? Oh, what? Yes, short distance to the northwest. Let's head there next. Rather, let's talk theory. It's always better to confirm things firsthand. May I be of assistance? It's functioning. I don't seem to be... It doesn't seem to be hostile, at least. Perhaps we can ask it some questions. Can you tell us where we are? Unable to confirm credentials, please present citizen identification. Unable to confirm credentials, confirm. Seems it's broken after all. Too strange by half. Let's leave it be and get going. Are those lightning rods? Would you accompany me for a moment? Something I wish to investigate. Look there, lightning appears to be drawn to those pole-shaped structures over yonder. Design suggests there is some manner of lightning rod. Let's go and take a closer look. This material seems to be the same material as mechanical soldiers in the warships. On closer inspection, it appears to bear fine etching, rather reminiscent of arcane ruins. These, I suspect, they're not merely decorative. I would post its use to harness lightning as a source of energy. Quite impressive technology. I'll share the observations with Yustola for a blessing. The dome doesn't appear to interfere with link pearls. Thanks for accompanying me. Let's head to the village and find the other. Nope. Oh, how do you want it? Give me down. Oh, right. Back in. He's over.
My home. It's in ruins. But why? What happened here? And where is everyone?
I had a look in a few of the other houses, but they had clearly been abandoned.
Damn it all. None of this makes sense.
Excuse me? Are you looking for someone?
I apologize for giving you a fright. However, I did have reason to keep to the shadows. Sorolja has told me a great deal about you.
Sorolja?
Greetings, and welcome to the realm of Alexandria. I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Queen of Reason? If you are the Queen of Reason, is there perhaps a...
Yes, if you mean to ask if there is a King of Resolve. Sorolja holds that title, and together do we reign.
Then you're both behind the attack on Tuliyola.
And I doubt you're here to offer us a warm reception. No, you have it all wrong. I am not come to fight. Sorolja rules alongside me, but that is a matter of expedience. In truth, we are at odds, he and I. It is at considerable risk to myself and my people that I come before you to beg your aid.
Our aid? I'll admit I cannot imagine King Sorolja is keen to share and share alike. But if what you say is true, you're still the queen.
Indeed. But I was once the sole ruler of Alexandria. Until one day, he appeared, bent on conquest. In my weakness, I feared his power. So I persuaded him to forego violence and strike a bargain. I would remain queen, and he would receive technology that would empower him to achieve even loftier ambitions, along with the knowledge to use it. A gamble, to be sure, but if it might spare my people...
If I may, the dome surrounding these lands was erected but recently. How is it he was able to not only invade, but instate a new system of leadership in a mere matter of days?
I've never heard of your realm. And this place is, or at least was, Yasolani. The house I grew up in is still here. But 3 years ago, that tower and these strange contrivances weren't. Nor was our village in ruins. Where did you come from? And what happened to the people who lived here? You must know!
I realize how confusing this all must be. Truth be told, I don't fully understand it myself. What I can say is that one day, people from your Tuliyola suddenly appeared here in Alexandria. Or perhaps it was we who found ourselves in Tuliyola. Until but recently, we were completely unaware of events taking place beyond the barrier surrounding our realm.
Does this not remind you of the Crystal Tower? How after the 8th Umbral Calamity, we devised a means to transport the Spire across time and space from the source unto the First. Granted, this is on a much larger scale, if that is indeed what has happened. Not only the people and structures, but also the surrounding environment. Regardless, the people of Lakeland perceived the arrival of the Crystal Tower much as the Queen describes her own experience. Sudden and inexplicable.
You appear to have a better grasp of our circumstances than we do. Indeed, more than I dared hope. In which case, a closer examination of the effects of this phenomenon may afford us more insights. Allow me to take you to the outskirts. A number of the Shatona live there as well. Perhaps your acquaintances are among them.
Hold on. If we accept, there's no guarantee we're not walking into a trap.
But if we're to defeat Zorolja, we need to understand how he grew so strong. Besides...
You're right.
Queen Sphene, before we go, Your Majesty, I have to ask, did you really have nothing to do with the attack on Tulihiolan?
Noble Wook Lamart, shall we dispense with the formalities? I'll not deny the soldiers and airships that attacked your people are products of Alexandria. But it was Zorolja, not we, who fashioned them into weapons of war and laid siege to Tuliolal.
So he alone is to blame.
No, I may not have prosecuted this war, but I nevertheless bear responsibility for it.
Perhaps. I know next to nothing about you, let alone what you've been through. So by all means, show us around. I think we'll learn a lot from meeting your people.
Wonderful. If you would follow me. Is that concern or suspicion? If things should take a turn for the worse, might I call upon your aid? I jest, of course, but you do strike me as the most capable here.
I think this goes without saying, but we're not going to trust her just like that, right? Any way you look at it, this mysterious girl who appears out of nowhere, proclaiming herself as queen, is suspicious. I think you have similar farming facilities in Thurl. They're completely different from ours. I've got no idea what all those machines do. We settled on this approach after some trial and errors. Terrell have their own methods of farming, which they wanted to continue employing. But the environment is making changes. There's too much rain and not enough sun anymore. Hopefully we can adjust that. Snake talk.
Here we are. Though you'll doubtless find much of what you see in Alexandria strange, the traditional agriculture practiced in this village at least should be familiar.
What agriculture?
Queen's Fiend? What business brings her here, I wonder?
The Queen has come!
You look well, Paquine. And Katonye, I see you've already taken to your new position.
When she introduced herself as queen, I was expecting someone colder. Honestly, she reminds me of you, Namachi.
Me?
It's only natural for a ruler to love her people. And I should like to know them as best I can, even the most trifling details.
The more you come to know them, the more you grow to love them. Who they are and what they've built.
That's it. Beautifully put.
And it would appear that she is well loved in turn.
Your Majesty, you honor us with your presence. And who are these fine people?
Tuliolo's vow of resolve, Wuk-Lamat, and her companions. They come from beyond the barrier, but you needn't worry. They are good people and are to be treated as my honored guests.
The rumors of a link to the outside are true then. Wuk-Lamat is still so young. Oh, where are my manners? I am Papone, a leader of sorts of the people living out here.
Papone? That is a Tonawaktan ring to it.
Right you are. I take it you hail from this region as well? Teshpiani, perhaps?
Yes, I do. I don't suppose you know a woman by the name of Kafkiwa?
Kafkiwa? I'm afraid I'm not sure if I've ever met someone with that name.
Oh. Mother isn't here. But it's a relief to know at least some of the people of Yasolani are alive and well.
Your mother, you say? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance.
You know my mother?
I do. Yes.
Then tell me, please, where is she?
I cannot say. Not here, but I promise I will in due time.
I have a question, Pepone. Do you recall what happened the day the dome first appeared?
The barrier? Well, I remember fixing a shelf that had collapsed after a terrible earthquake. Then the ground began to tremble. There was a brilliant flash of light, and then... Forgive me, my recollection of it all is rather poor.
You needn't push yourself, Pepone. After 30 years, no one could blame you for not remembering.
30 years? As in 30 years in the past?
Absurd though it may sound, there is no doubt in my mind the events that led to the joining of our lands occurred 30 years ago. Which is not to say I understand why our perceptions of the intervening time are so radically different. We only just became aware of the discrepancy when Zoralja's military base was completed, and we were at last able to venture beyond the barrier.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Years. Little wonder Zoralja assumed our father had already passed away.
It's not unlike how time passes differently in the First and the Source. The fluctuating space of the rift between them disrupting temporal equivalence. Perhaps the same holds true here, and time flowed faster within the dome. I cannot say for certain, but I strongly suspect that to be the case. And based on the Queen's account, this encampment may have come to serve as a physical bridge between the two planes, after which the dome was forced into the Source's temporal flow.
If we're to be certain of anything, we need more information. Sphene, would it be all right if we had a look around and spoke with the townspeople?
By all means.
Time to see what we can see of Alexandria, then.
And its people. I may yet find familiar faces among the survivors from Yasolani.
Even if I don't understand the half of it, I would learn more of this place before we confront Zoralja.
Perhaps you'd care to see how we make our living. Though we have always prided ourselves on the use of traditional Tonawatan farming methods, the use of electro-fueled technologies has led to countless agricultural innovations.
I would join you as well.
Ma'am, please, you needn't trouble yourself.
It's no trouble at all. And I promise not to cause any manner of distraction.
Reassuring words, or they would be had I not heard them countless times before. Very well, but do be careful.
Of course. I shall proceed with the utmost care.
Now then, if you two would follow me, we can begin the tour.
I can't say that I trust her yet. but I trust that her affection for these people is genuine. And that's enough for me.
Electrope has done more to improve the efficiency of their farming, but hasn't replaced everything. And people wanted to preserve their old ways of life, and we did not want to force ours upon them. You went to such lengths so that our cultures could coexist, even going so far as to learn our tongue. I'm sure everyone appreciates that. Communication was thankfully not an issue, for the Turali tongue is surprisingly similar to Alexandrian. Of course, there are words and phrases in which there is no equivalent, but those can be taught within minimal effort. Through mutual respect, understanding, and patience with Alexandria and Turali, I have learned a great deal from one another. I am sure there is much you wish to learn as well, so please, if you have questions, do not hesitate to ask. More food. Oh shit, we're on a room. Rather than bore you with lengthy explanation, let us head back to the farm we passed earlier. Gibu Halo, it is called. We can speak with one of the farmers when we arrive. I guess. Let's go. Allow me to introduce you to Muhawakas, one of the most experienced farmhands in Alexandria. He was well versed in varied farming techniques, indeed a wealth of knowledge she has shared with the other farmers is what has allowed this place to flourish. Wow. Queen's Fiend, to what do I owe a sudden show of praise? My apologies for the interruptions. I am come with guests from beyond the barrier. They wish to learn more about Alexandria, and so I invited them to see how our crops are grown. I do hope that's alright. So the rumors of visitors from the outside were true. What manner of host would we be? Deny them a look around. I gather your majesty also intended to check on things here. You know me too well. I thought to seize the opportunity to see how the farmers fare and perhaps pepper them with a few questions, though I do so enjoy observing and taking part in the work too. Put up here we have her permission, so please walk the grounds to your heart's content. You go ahead, I'll keep Fiend company. Oh Jesus. Don't misunderstand, I'm not the suspicious type, but given our position, it would make sense for us to go ahead go around together, wouldn't you say? Fair point. But be sure not to let me out of your sight. I shall remain under Wooklamat's watchful eye. Pray come find us after you've seen your fill and spoken with the other farmhands. You're saying that you earn your visitors beyond a barrier, is that true? Yeah. So it is, which means we're connected to the outside world again. Not that I have desire to leave, mind you. I'm quite content with the life I have here in Alexandria. Oh, we're not gonna... I see. Don't be too hard on yourself. Anyone would have been hard-pressed to deal with such a thing. Oh, welcome back. My apologies for failing to notice your return. I gather you've had your fill and spoke to the farmers, and let us return to Mahawasa. Oh, what are your impressions of the farm? Rest everybody loves their work. But again, if you don't know any difference. Curious observation. Do you not love your own work? Oh, but I just... It's true that the people on the outskirts seem to most fulfilled. Yeah, always. They take to their duties with good care, or with good cheer. What did you think of our little tour, Lamati? What did you call me? Was that inappropriate? My apologies. I'd heard the others call you by that name, and I thought... No, that's fine. As I said before, we're not here for titles and formalities. As for my thoughts, I was very impressed. The machines could be used to overcome such harsh environments is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Feeling is understandable indeed. Many still find the machinery beyond me baffling. It's a system that controls the distribution of water for the fields and the livestock, and it's been acting up lately though. Oh no. Acting up, you say? You needn't worry, my queen. It's happened fairly often. Put simply, it's taken in water and it's had a strong lightning charge. We think some creatures have been charged up there with energy, and they're releasing it in the river we use as a source. The system would return to normal. Creatures were dealt with, but I'm reluctant to beg it of the army. We can take care of it. That is a more than gracious offer, but it's much too dangerous. Trouble will resolve, regardless of how the relationship between our nations may develop. If there are people in need, I want to help. Simple as that. Aquarium is even stronger than I am. It shouldn't take us long at all. Very well then. I gracefully accept, but please take care. This ought to go even faster if you and I search for lightning charged fiends on our own. Good hunting. Oh, you're both alright. Thank goodness. They didn't need much to worry about. They were rather easy to deal with. Of course, I was worried you're my guests. But thank you. Appreciate this. Indeed. Won't have to worry about Gerald Jaw's machines to help. He's been making a concerted effort to bolster his forces, sparingly, but a fraction of the people's protection. He thinks nothing of our safety, unlike Queen's feet. That's enough. If you have any grievances, I will hear them later. But to speak of the king now. No, she's right. He's never been one to look after the people. Anyways, thanks for letting us tour the farm. The folks here are delightful, and it was a pleasure to meet them. You couldn't have favored us with more of an uplifting words. My people are my pride and joy. You never failed to let us know, nor how much you care. Of course, you're my precious family. Thank all of you. See me good sports fiend. That I'll admit. But you'll forgive me for I'm not ready to lower my guard for the enemy's queen just yet. You guess to be called that. I dread the image. What villainy your majesty has committed. Come now. This is no laughing matter. A ruler is responsible for the welfare of countless lives, and one wrong decision can lead to untold suffering. Failure is unconscionable. Now, I believe we are done with the farms. Let's move on, shall we? falling asleep. We'll end this here. Y'all have a good night. I'm falling asleep. I'll see you in the next one.